What's up, everyone? Joe here from Subtle Art Soap. Hope you're all doing well. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Check out the videos, take a look around. If you like what you see, please give it a like and consider subscribing. If you're already a subscriber, welcome back. And as always, we really appreciate your support. So we'll get right to the shave today. We're going to be shaving with a re-release. Now this comes out on Wednesday the 15th, and it's this one right here, Following Seas. Now initially this was released August 4th, 2023, last August. Now, August 4th is the Coast Guard's birthday, and 2023 marked my 30th anniversary of having joined the Coast Guard. So when we released this one, it was just going to be limited edition for the month of August. When it's gone, it's gone. But the feedback we got on this one and the number of people reaching out to us and asking us if we were going to be bringing it back or if I was going to be making any more was so much so that we've decided we are going to bring it back. We are bringing it back, and it's not going to be a limited thing. It's going to be something that we're going to keep in our lineup. This is a very special one for me, and I'll talk a little bit more about it as we go, but let me get to the rest of the gear and then we'll get going here. So that was the soap. We also do have the splash. The brush we're going to be using today, this is a custom Coast Guard design brush from Sawdust Creations, Bobby Moffett. The razor we're going to be using is a RazoRock Hawk V3. Now I talked about this a couple videos ago when I showed what I shaved with. Drop it here. I shaved with this guy right here, the Hawk V2. This was given to me by Eugene. Thank you again, Eugene. That was really, really cool. I really enjoy that razor. But I like that razor so much, and I had talked about that. I know there's a stainless steel version out there, the V3, but it's kind of hard to find. I did find one. Italian Barber does have some in stock, not many at all. What I got was, I ended up purchasing the V3A, which is the aggressive, but they had the other plates in stock. So I also picked up the standard plate and the open comb plate, and I put the standard plate on here too. And the handle, this is the Bulldog handle. And I think all they have available right now is the V3A with the Bulldog handle and the UFO handle. And I think that's all they have in stock. These things go fast. Usually shops get them in and they're gone. So if you can find one, I would definitely pick one up. And of course the bowl, fine accoutrements. All right, so I'm going to wet my face and we'll get going here. All right, I'll get rolling here. Oh, excuse me. Get a lather going. We'll talk a little bit about soap, the label, why the label is so special. I know I did make a couple of changes to the label from last year. It's still essentially the same thing. I'll show it here in a minute. But I wanted to show more of the chart. One of the ideas I had was to maybe make it seem a little bit more nautical and put some things around the outside. I did that, but it was cutting off one part of the chart that I really wanted everyone to be able to see, and that's the section of the chart where it says Chatham Harbor. So I decided to take the decoration around the outside off and just leave it, the chart, the way it was. But I did manage to get a little bit more of the chart on the label and made a couple changes to kind of sharpen up that image a little bit so you could actually read what's on there a little bit better. All right, making a mess here. just wipe this off. I want to put this lid back on so I can show it to you and talk about it a little bit better after we get this lathered on. Water. More water. There we go. So yep, the release date is Wednesday, but if you are a farmer's market customer, you can pick it up a couple days early because we're going to have this at the farmer's market tomorrow from 9 to 1, the Del Mar Farmer's Market. You know, the farmer's market has been so good to us that we like to do things like this to kind of show our appreciation for all that they do for us. So if we have a new release, we'll likely give the farmers market customers a shot at it first. Because the farmers market's really been our bread and butter. All right, I think that's good. Check it out. Whew. Oh yeah. All right, let's get going here. All right, so the label. The label, as I mentioned, is from one of my nautical charts that we had when you were, so I was a bosun's mate. And one of the things we were required to do was build a coxswain kit. And that was a kit that you took with you anytime you got underway. And it had all your nav tools in there. It had all your charts in there. There was all kinds of different tools in there that you would need. And you had to build that on your own. And you had to maintain your charts. So if any charts got updated, it was up to you to make the updates. And if you don't think the senior chief would check your gear, check your charts to make sure they're accurate, think again. You did not want an outdated chart or any of your gear that wasn't working. Because that would make the senior chief very unhappy. And you didn't want the senior chief unhappy at all. Because life was very difficult for you then. I may or may not have made my senior chief unhappy on a couple occasions. All right, RazoRock Hawk V3. The blade I have in here is the Schick Proline P30. Chuck Shank, Chuck Shaving Channel, said that these were probably the best blades for this razor, and I have to agree with you. So thank you for that recommendation, Chuck. This is absolutely one of the best blades. I've tried all the feather blades, and they're nice. The Feather Pro is really good in this. The Kai blade is good in this. But I really think Schick Proline is probably the most comfortable in this razor. I also feel like this is just a really fun razor to shave with. It's different, you know, because you can use these style blades. You know, you got much more area here. It's much wider than a standard DE. and there are different blade options. But let me get back to the chart and the label. I got sidetracked here. So on the label, it is it shows you the waters around Cape Cod where I used to have to navigate. And what I wanted to make sure I didn't cover up was right up here. You can see right up here, it says Chatham Harbor. Now that's the inlet that took us into where our boats were moored. And there is some very treacherous waters going into the harbor. Now, if you're familiar with Cape Cod or the waters around Cape Cod, if you've been on a boat on Cape Cod around the Chatham area, you know about Chatham Bar. And that gets gnarly when it starts kicking. I don't know if they still use it to do surf training, but when I was there, it was so gnarly that we used to be able to do our surfman qualification on the bar. You would practice going in and out of the harbor, crossing Chatham Bar, and it would toss you around. It was violent. Several occasions I thought we were going over. That's how bad it was. But I have such good memories of the Coast Guard, and that I feel like it was just yesterday that I was there when I start talking about it. It's like I can see everything vividly. I mean, that's how much of an impact it had on me. Clean this up a little bit, and then we'll go with the second pass. I'll talk about the scent a little bit too. That is a really efficient razor for as smooth as it is, especially with that P30 blade, a Proline blade. That is a really efficient razor. All right, the scent on this, as you would expect, it is aquatic. It has notes of bergamot, jasmine, geranium, rosemary, lavender, musk, sandalwood, patchouli. So it's aquatic, but it's also got some woodsy undertones. I call it an aquatic / blue fragrance. And to give you an idea of what, to put it into context of what you can compare it to something. If you were to take Acqua di Gio and combine it with Bleu de Chanel, that's kind of what you got here. And FYI, Sadie loves this one. But she's a huge fan of Acqua di Gio, Armani Code, those types of fragrances. So that's the scent notes on it. That's the scent profile. So it's pretty familiar. Pretty familiar, and nothing that's, out of the ordinary in there. It's just what you would expect from an aquatic blue fragrance. Alrighty, pass number 2. I keep shifting myself over here. I noticed in my video the other day, I'd start off in the middle and all of a sudden I'm like way over here. So I'm trying to not slide so far over. Now after this release, we're going to have another one. That's not going to be till June. And that is Draconis Luna. I know you guys have probably seen the label that I put together for that one. Went a little bit harder with the graphics. But that was the idea. So what we did with that one was we're taking Draconis and we're going the other side, the complete other side of the fragrance spectrum on that one. So Draconis is dark, warm, spicy. Draconis Luna is going to be brighter, fresher. The complete opposite of what Draconis is, and that's why Draconis has the red. We have the red on the label associated with Draconis, and that's why this one is all blue. We're really excited about that one. That's going to be a great scent. I've already put the scent together, and I was telling a friend of mine the other day that I want to make it right now. I want to have it right now because the scent came out so good that I'm getting impatient to make it. I want to make it right now, but I'm going to wait because we do have some things going on, and I don't want to bog myself down with too much, and then maybe have something not come out the way I want it. So I think that's going to do it. I think 2 is going to be good to go. Yeah, I think 2 is going to be good. All right, I'm going to rinse off, and then we'll do a recap. All right, that's nice. Following C's. Now this one you can actually see a little bit more. If I can point it out to you here. Right here. Chatham Harbor. You can see it a little bit better here. And that's one of the things I did to the label was I enhanced it so you can see the you can differentiate the depths, and you can see more of the label itself. The last one was a little bit more, it was brighter, it was a little bit more washed out. But this one I was able to pull the colors up a little bit so you can see more of it. That is such a great scent. This is one of these ones that I'll wear. The benefits to being an artisan, right? I'll wear it just because I won't shave, but I'll just wear it. I'll just throw it on. It's that good. All right, quick recap. Let me wipe everything off here so it doesn't fall out of my hand. Soap, Following Seas, available Wednesday, the 15th. Unless you're a Del Mar Farmers Market customer, then you can pick this up tomorrow. Splash that we just showed. RazoRock Hawk V3 standard with the Schick Proline blade, brush, bowl, accoutrements, and now this is the brush. Sawdust Creations. It's Coast Guard design brush from Bobby Moffett. All right, guys, that'll do it. Take care. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.